This one's gonna be fun. Because once again, I found myself asking the big questions, viewer. Is it wise to date an OnlyFans girl? Now, an OnlyFans girl isn't a waifu by any means. In fact, it'll probably be more appropriate to call them, probably an adult creator, or, what I like to call them, a toilet that doesn't flush.
Nasty bitch.
But opinions. I have mine, you have yours. But what we are here for are the facts. Now, what are the facts, viewer? I'll tell you. There are women and men out there who will never do OnlyFans, who have a sense of, self-respect. And any man who has a sense of common decency or common sense or self-esteem would not even entertain the thought. Because obviously, dating a woman who does adult content on screen for a bunch of simps, only to receive a little bit of the simp's money, is not worth your time. And then of course you have the man who will simp in a heartbeat for a woman on screen that they'll never see or touch. Seriously, she might as well be an anime girl. She may exist in the real world, but she doesn't exist in your world. And even if she was in your vicinity, all she's gonna want is that spare change. You drop a dime in her direction, she's gonna be like, and I'm not even exaggerating with that joke by any means. You wanna know how I know I'm not exaggerating? Because I found out, viewer, by only doing a minute level of research. The average OnlyFans creator only brings home around $180 per month. Oh, hell no! That means the average OnlyFans girl makes less than a McDonald's worker. How you broke and you disown your family and shame yourself? Oh, but you think you're the special one, right? You think out of all the women in the world, or more or less all the women on OnlyFans, which is about 70% of women in America, you think you're gonna be the one to blow up because you that sexy. Let me spit some real shit right quick. Almost every woman in the world thinks she's a 10, but no one wants leftover food left in the streets. You're not a 10, men are just horny. If you draw tickle biggies on the wall with a hole in it, someone's gonna hump that wall. Trust me on this is coming from a Gooner cat, I know these things. In fact, I know for certain if most men stop being horny and open up their eyes and realize the crap that they're dating, most women would probably be single right now because you depend way too much on your looks and your personality sucks. Don't worry though, ladies, some of your man's ugly too. It's just me, the world, and God surrounded by a whole bunch of ugly. Damn, it's hard being pretty. Oh, and I hear what you're saying, viewer. Trust me, I can hear your voice through the screen. You're saying, but voice, what about the 1% of women on OnlyFans who make millions? I'll tell you like this, viewer. OnlyFans is quick money. Now, I'm not saying this for everybody on OnlyFans because there are other content creators that do other stuff like, fitness, music, comedy, cooking, you name it, you could probably do it up there for payment. I'm talking about the woman up there who solely depend on adult content. Yeah, that's not gonna last long because one day you're gonna get old and them simps gonna move on because they ain't loyal. And if you don't know how to save, that money's gonna quickly dry out. And on OnlyFans, whatever you do, you're an independent contractor. Which means, viewer, she ain't got no retirement plan. She may be making millions now, but be in debt later. Oh, and let me go deeper into this, because you know I can. Yeah! You know as a man being her boyfriend, you ain't gonna see a lick of that money. Now why is that? Not all women, but a lot of women, even if they're rich or financially stable, they want a man who makes the same or more.
It's hard to find a man that makes more money than I do. So I'm dating someone who...
Pause. It's hard to find a man that makes more money than I do.
Because like the guys who are, they're not coming to me.
Is that right? Gee, viewer, I wonder why the guys who are making the same amount of money or more aren't approaching this woman. Till this day, she probably still hasn't thought of this, but maybe, just maybe, you aren't worth it? I know, shocker, right? The first woman in the world who isn't worth going after. And I know what you're thinking. Voice you incel. Voice you woman hater. Voice you misogynist. God, I love how that word is just thrown around when it involves a man and a woman's upset. But wait a minute, I don't hate women.
You know I love me the ladies.
Oh yeah, I love you so much that I'll tell you the truth. That's true love right there. True love burns, it hurts, it stings, but it stings so good. Ha! Now let me not lose my point because I can go on a rant about this for hours. I know some of you younger ones may not understand exactly what an OnlyFans girl is. So let me be clear, not everyone on OnlyFans does adult content. But again, and I repeat, 75% of OnlyFans creators are females, and 98% of content shared and sold on OnlyFans belongs to the adult X-rated industry. Now, that obviously means if your girl's on OnlyFans, she doing some nasty stuff. But if your girl has any self-respect for herself, maybe she just on OnlyFans playing music or cooking, doing something that requires actual skill. Because, getting on your knees and looking pretty ain't a skill. Anyone can do that. Hell, grandmas can do that. In fact, there's a woman on OnlyFans who's about 72 years old. Now, I don't know her name. The one editing probably leave information above me. Oh, look, there it is. Good job, editor, good job. But yeah, she's 72 years old and still doing the nasty. Now, I don't know what she's doing or who's watching, but damn. Point is, anyone can do it, even someone with bad knees. Hell, it won't be long before AI starts doing it. And then what, ladies? Y'all have a job then. Y'all can't compete with a machine designed to get the Gluck 9000. Anyway, my other point is if they're just doing some cooking or some music on OnlyFans, I think that's fine. But that's mainly because those are skills that are gonna last for a lifetime. And they don't count her looks or make you look like a cuck. Now, as far as getting with these other little nasties, yeah, no. Save your money because you can literally look at women naked on the internet for free. And I know some of you are saying, but voice, OnlyFans give the men a sense of connection with the woman. It's not all about doing the nasty.
Are you sure about that?
Listen, that connection's fake. It'd probably be cheaper and faster to just buy a hooker. It'd probably be cheaper to buy a dog. It'd probably be cheaper to get the fat chick down the street who's lonely and needs some loving. Do not be one of those men to spend your whole paycheck just to get her to respond to you.
Introduce yourself.
Well, I'm Big Tony. I am your #1 OF subscriber.
And how much have you spent?
$35K, $35,000.
Well, it's nice to finally meet you.
Me, you too. Oh, you're soft hands. Finally got to touch them.
Everything about the interaction was so wrong on so many levels, but my point still stands. You don't want to be like him. Be better. Give thousands of dollars to the woman who will get naked for you and only you. A woman that will sleep or strip for anybody is special to no one. So trust me, you can do better. And with that being said, let's look even deeper into this. Let's say you're lucky and you get a chance to date an OnlyFans girl like Iggy Azalea. Would you take it? Now, for those of you who don't know, Iggy Azalea is an Australian rapper and apparently songwriter who has an OnlyFans. And according to Google, her annual earnings are around $48 million. That's a lot of cash. And she's very attractive. However, before I get into what she actually does on OnlyFans, I have to wonder to myself, how much of her is actually real? A lot of men get distracted by a woman's beauty too easily. But you know me, I'm a very cynical and dark kind of cat. I like to look at things from all angles. Now, why do I do that? Because nothing in this world is perfect. But then again, perfection is somewhat subjective, but you get my point. Iggy Azalea is 35 years old currently, and I've yet to see a single wrinkle or flaw on that body. So that tells me one thing and one thing only. Most of her can be bought. But now, let's see if that's true.
A few moments later.
Well, what do we have here? She not only has a BBL, aka a Brazilian butt lift, she has breast implants, a nose job, chin augmentation, and mandibular angle enhancements. And I'm assuming that involves her jawline. So already, this face you see is fake. That booty is fake. If she were to jump in the pool, she would come back out looking like a completely different person. And I'm not done. She has cheek implants and possibly Botox and lip fillers. Now let me just add real quick, I'm just using Iggy as an example. I'm not trying to insult her or anything like that. All this information is online for all of us to read, so it is what it is, Iggy. Now let's look even deeper, because now I'm curious, what did she look like before all the plastic surgery?
Oh my God!
I'm about to crash the hell out. She didn't even need the plastic surgery, people. She was beautiful. I would say she was a 10 in the face already. Now I know most men don't mind surgery, but I mean, seriously, the surgery really only shows her insecurities. Oh my God, anyway, let me continue. You guys are probably wondering what Iggy does on OnlyFans. Well, from what I found out, Iggy's OnlyFans is branded as Hotter Than Hell, and it shares exclusive content, including uncensored photos, videos, illustrations, poetry, and music, as part of a large multimedia project. So yeah, long story short, it's saying it in a fancy way, but yeah, she does make nude photos. And from what I researched, they're more like artistic nudes, whatever that means. Nude is nude. Now I couldn't find anything that says she does any other kind of adult content up there, so apparently she doesn't. So that being said, leave your opinions in the comments about Iggy and about OnlyFans girls in general. Oh, and by the way, I have to mention, but of course this is obvious, Iggy Azalea is not married. Big shocker there, right? And she has a child, because, you know, of course she does. And honestly, I don't even need to look any more into her past. This is the type of woman who will get into relationship after relationship and never get married. And we all know why, viewers, because even though she got the BBL and millions of dollars, that don't mean nothing to a man with self-respect and a man with cash in his pocket who knows better. And I mean, in all honesty, if no one in Hollywood and none of the guys who are, you know, currently the rich millionaires in the world want her, you know, why should you? You would think that a woman that looks like this at 35 would have been married for a long time, especially with the fact that she has a kid. But no, apparently, and I looked for this for a long time, she's never been married. I think that says a lot by itself, doesn't it? But again, leave in the comments what you think, and you guys have a great day. And by the way, yes, I did shoot night in the last video. You bastard! Why are you white? You aimed for my balls! Well, good news for the ladies in the area. It was a hard target to hit even below 50 meters. Now talk! God, I hate you.
Wanted you, wanted all the chaos.